Finally got the chance to run into Genex, and this is going to be a full look at what this deck can do, and, well, the deck list will be at the end. Hey guys, smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. We will be running through and doing a playtesting session with this build in a upcoming video here. It's all on the side. I just got to put it together. So we are going to be playing against, yes, the amazing power of the Link 1 that loses to Imperm and Nibiru. Yes, I'm aware of this. All right, I've read the countless comments, and yes, it is a 14-card extra deck. It's supposed to be an SP Little Knight in there. It's not going to matter at this point in time, but we'll explain that when we get to the list here. And I am playing Horus Gate Guardian. You'll see this list in a future video too. So buckle on up here. We are going to start off here. Wall Shadow is going to go ahead and grab Labyrinth Wall. Horus yeet off. Go ahead and grab this nice sarcophagus. Go ahead and Labyrinth Wall Shadow on up into Kazajan. Slam down the good card. Yeet. Go ahead and Hoppy and Friends on up. Stack them up into the Giant Trainer. Start drawing some cards. We're actually going to deploy the Labyrinth Tank early. We did kind of play another Nibiru there, but that's fine. I just wanted to get the two bad cards out of the deck. You'll see the mill off here for the Illusion deployment. Foolish Burial drops down the Zephyros. Attempting to get greedy here. Zephyros on back. There's the Wall Shadow again, so we can deck thin that terrible Sangon out. Cross Sheep on into the Gate Guardian piece. Go ahead and make that into the Apo. You could have made the argument that we could have brought out the Dark Guardian and attempted to go that way, but Apo with the Gate Guardian of Wind and Water with this in hand, with a call by, seemed extremely good to me. I was like, okay, that's pretty good. See, we top deck the Imperm for turn. We're going to go ahead and blast it with Wind and Water, of course. Go ahead and negate their next Searcher here. And look at that, so good. Our Genex, go ahead and Apo negate it. I don't want to see that thing. There's a Link 1. Go ahead and recur, but we'll go ahead and blast it again. And they're going to go ahead and hit that concede button. This deck has a little bit of a hard time playing through certain things, like a big field, for example. So, you know, that's fine. We're going to go ahead and slam on into Game 2 here. And as you can see, we opened up Magician Souls Terraforming, Labyrinth Tank, and the Ash. And our opponent has Controller, the Pawn of Prosperity, Birdman, the Planner, and the Crush. Alright, so this is just pure gas. We're going to go ahead and Pawn of Prosperity for 3. Alright, we're going to go ahead and, oh man, look at all that value. Keep in mind, they banished Return and 2 controllers. So, alright. There's the Planner. We're going to go ahead and normal it. Now they're going to go ahead and search the Undyne here, which will be important. Alright. Controller's going to go ahead and add back. Now every time they add to hand, they get an additional normal. We're actually going to go ahead and Ash here. I was like, alright, well, this should be the cutoff point. Nope, they have the Birdman. Birdman triggers, bounces back. Alright, Planner, search into Birdman. Alright, now the additional normal train begins. Alright, you do see that they have the Xbox in the hand, which will be relevant for the follow-up plays in the future. Alright, go ahead and grab up. They're going to go ahead and synchro on into this for the discard for the Birdman to revive it to make the Crystal Wing. Birdman on back. Alright, deploy, trigger our additional normal. Go ahead, trigger back, grab our friend, go ahead and make the Axle. Axle discard to revive, and we're going to go ahead and pass. They lose that. A little bit of a weird board, but I mean, they also have the Turing here to synchro with the Axle into the new card, which will kind of matter here. We're going to go ahead and Terraforming on up. Alright, they're going to go ahead and deploy. There's the synchro on into Mr. 6 negates, effectively, 1 per attribute, which is absurd. Go ahead and get blasted on that. We attempted it. Labyrinth Wall. Alright, attempt. Go ahead and deploy the tank, and yeah, we're just going to go ahead and lose there. Not really much we can do, but you know, it was an effort. We're going on in to Game 3 here, and we opened up Imperm, the Terraforming, the Wall Shadow, and Woggle with the Sarcophagus, which actually is pretty alright. But we're going to go ahead, we're going to Wall Shadow discard. We're going to go ahead and Sarcophagus, alright? Go ahead and discard, bring up. You could be like, you could have brought up the Gate Guardian, sure, but I wanted to, getting the draw 3 here, I valued a lot more. See, here comes the Giant Trainer, which is going to get impermed. I cry every time. Alright, we'll go ahead, just get the pieces back in the graveyard, and we have to end on the best card that we could possibly have in this matchup, which is to hit the Controller. I was like, okay, you know, this is fine. We have the imperm. I'll go ahead and grab turbo. All right, normal. Go ahead and make the repair. We're going to go ahead and imperm. And I screeched. When I got cross-outed, I was like, holy moly, they actually have it. Like, this is actually crazy to me. And you have to play this. Honestly, you don't really have much of a choice. All right, you need to make sure that the infinite vacuum of normal summons can actually do the thing, because you only get one of these. If they interrupt this guy, it's all over. So now we're going to go ahead and do the chain normal here. We're going to go ahead and stack up. There's the turbo. All right, go ahead and get our search. Continue on with the additional chain. There's the planner. All right, go ahead. Controller on up. Undyne now. You do see that we are going to drop the additional add back guy, which actually will act as a pseudo extender to kind of keep the combo going. Out comes the Baron. Down comes the Birdman. We've triggered. Go ahead and summon Planner. Go ahead and add a nice little Birdman. Hey, look. Go ahead and normal again. Hey, look at that. We have 8 on the field. Okay, Baron, pop that. Sure. Go ahead and synchro. Go ahead and get this nice little discard. Bring back Birdman. Go ahead and get the Crystal Wing. Birdman on back. Time to start combo again. Ha! Perfect. Go ahead and trigger Magma. Get this nice little add back controller. Sure. You want to do it again? Okay. Go ahead and synchron into the Berserker. And unfortunately, you know, it's all she wrote for me. All right, we're going to pass on over so you can take a look at this deck list. So this is the list that Thingy ended up building. Actually, Thingy came on over to our Discord after our game and said thanks for playing. It was actually kind of nice. So the first little things I do want to mention here. This crossout package is... boy, it's very necessary. You need to have a method of counterplay to things like, you know, this, and this. Did you catch all of that? Because it's actually pretty annoying. Now, I will say you do have counterpoints to things like Ash doesn't really hurt this deck all that much. Also, Ash kind of doesn't feel super high impact when you're looking at this. And remember, like I said, Mr. Repair Genex controller is you can only special summon one of these once per turn. If they do anything to this, they sneeze on him, he falls apart, all right? He is the core part of this deck. I was kind of thinking about maybe playing a Monster Reborn for my own experience playing this, because I've got about 4 hours of testing on this deck now, as of unironically filming this. So that's kind of something to consider out here, is maybe that. I also want to play going second cards. Holy crap. I have thought long and hard about wanting to play Droplet or Dark Ruler No Mores, because this deck going second has some disgusting issues, all right? You cannot roll this deck the entire time and think that you are going to be going first every single time. That's just not how Yu-Gi-Oh! Works, all right? Yes, I understand that you have Drolls, the Veilers, the Imperms, and you're one of Nibiru. But let's be honest, that's 4, 6, 9 hand traps that you're playing. That's probably not going to get you everywhere that you need to be. And Ash doesn't even really matter, because if they Ash, you know, one of your core normals, well, congratulations, Mr. Repairs is going to go ahead and add it back. I've had so many people today actually just Ash the starting point. I'm just like, you do know that, like, it's still going to occur, because none of these are hard locked into, well, excuse me, between all of these, they're not restricted to, you know, the multitude of once per turns. Thanks, Konami. But to be fair, I don't think that they ever thought that they were going to design a card like Repaired Genex Controller just to kind of get the decks going. To be honest with you, I think this deck is a lot of fun. There needs to be a more optimized method of either droplets or dark rulers post-side decking that you can bring in to help this deck out, because, oh man, there are some, once again, major issues with this, but we're still in the extremely early phases of testing this, all right? And like I said, I saw Thingy's list after we played, and I was like, you know what? I want to start playtesting this. I want to start seeing, you know, what we can do. Somebody's going to be like, well, why are you playing Tri-Arm with really, you know, no real method of making it? It's still... If you use it with this and this, it still pops a spell and trap, which, to tell you this, can actually come up. I actually doubted this too, and I needed to pop some back row one game. I was like, huh, That's actually kind of interesting. There will be some games where you will all open up like a draw and an imperm, and you will get the game back to your next turn. But sometimes it feels extremely high rolly. So that's early thoughts right now. So what do you guys think? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. I'll see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.